Today, we talk about deduction. Business expense are the cost carrying on trade or business, right? And those expenses are usually deductible if your business operation is meant to make money. So that's really important. So if you have a hobby, your expenses is not deductible. But if you have a business activity and you made a determination that you're going to be making money, that expense is deductible. So now the IRS has a famous definition about business expense that's deductible if it is necessary and ordinary. So ordinary business expense, so I guess it has to be a logical expense. Necessary is not, you cannot live without. Necessary means you have this expense that make your business successful, and it is a needed business expense. It is important to separate business expenses from the following expense, like capital expenses, personal expense. You got me? All right. And now let's look at when can you deduct business expense. So that is a two very important concept. One is accounting method, and that is to say whether you're a cash method accounting or your accrual method accounting, because just depends on how your accounting method is, that might determine the timing when you can really deduct your business expense. So what are the qualified business expense? Okay. Business meal. That's why this is what I want to really hone in the details with you. So business meal. These business meal deductions and the folks, that should be business purpose, right? Involving dining with your current, prospective customer, clients, suppliers, employers, business associate partners, people important to your business. So these are business meals spent with them. Yes, deductible. The food and beverage should not be lavish. Come on, don't spend $1,500 for a glass of whiskey, and be reasonable, right? So the food and beverage is in normal circumstances deductible. And you or one of your employee must be in that occasion in order that to be a business meal. And the business meal expenses as part of the, last year, the Consolidated Appropriation Act, and is part of the big announcement in there saying that the food and beverage will be 100% deductible, folks, for year 2021 and the year 2022. We're still in 2022. If you did not know that, hey, you're a business owner, you're supposed to take your client out for dinner, and don't try to save the pennies and go take them out. You still have some days left for you to deduct that 100%. So in that act, though, it says for expenses between December 31st, 2020 and before January the 1st, 2023, that is 100% deductible. So this is to say, you know how the act is trying to make people confused. They don't just tell you that 2021 and 2022 is deductible, because some of the businesses are not calendar year. So they need to know, maybe their calendar year is July to June, then half of the year, their business meal is going to be treated differently, right? So with that said, and they give the period date from December 31st, 2020 to January the 1st, 2023, when you do business meals and the beverages and deductible, 100%. The temporary 100% deductible are designed to help restaurants, to help them recover from pandemic. And this includes the high-end restaurant and the beverages, including alcohol, okay? Not just those girly drinks, and it doesn't do anything to you. And I'm talking about alcohol for business purposes. The food does not need to be consumed in the restaurant, can be takeout, and taxes, tips, delivery fees, and the gratitude fees and the sales tax is all included. It's part of that 100% deductible. And the meal expenses for employees, and in the past, and it was 50%. So you can deduct 50%. But, of course, there is a de minimis fringe benefit, like in the office coffee and the snack, do not fall into the categories of meals. So that's not a 50% deductible. It is just office expense, okay? And you don't drink half of the cup of coffee, goes the other half, since it's not deductible, let me just pour in the sink, right? So that's not how it works. But just know that. And the meals that you give to employees are 50%. Those are, here are the certain examples, even though in general is a 50%, but are certain examples where you can deduct full cost. So that's a meal, the value, you would include that in your employees' wages. For example, you say that, okay, you take the meal, but I'm going to count that as part of your wages. Those are, of course, is 100% deductible. Meals you furnish to your employee as a part of expense of providing recreational or social activities like holiday parties. These are examples where you can deduct the whole cost. So right now is a Christmas party time. So you as a small business owner, you might took your group out to eat. Those are 100% deductible. And a meal you furnish to your employee at work site, one that is necessary. For example, and if you have a care service and you can't let your employee go out for lunch if there is seniors in the housing and needing to be fed medicine. So, they need to eat on site, and those are deductible. And the per diem meals is 100% deductible. So just keep in mind, as long as it is temporary. Per diem expense normally comes in when the employee going out of town, right? So meals for employees are these rules, and just remember that. And then business entertainment expense. What are entertainment expense? These are like sport event and horse racing, and especially popular in Iowa. And those are still non-deductible. So you cannot deduct the ticket you bought to take the business client for a car racing event. However, you want to split the cost in that event because you can have the meals deducted 100%. Just the entertainment part is not. So make sure that you remember, and when you are in those kind of event, you separate your meals from your entertainment. Okay? So now, other business meal entertainment expenses, you can deduct the cost of the meal and the entertainment, and you sell to the public. What that means is, let's say you have an event. You're going to invite all your clients coming to your parking lot for a barbecue, a hot dog event. Because it's open to the public, I mean, anybody could walk off the street and come into your parking lot, grab a hot dog. You actually don't really know whether they're your clients or it's just public coming off the street. As long as it's open to the public and it is deductible. Okay, and you can deduct the cost of providing meal and entertainment or recreational facility to general public as a means to advertise, promoting your goodwill in your community. For example, Community CPA, and we will set out to university campus, and we will invite people come in and for community members to get educated. All these expenses, the meal we catered in that event is all deductible. And you can deduct expense directly related to and necessary for attending business meeting and the convention of a certain event, right? So of course, those are more of a training, training event for your employees or even for your clients, and those are all deductible. So meals, entertainment, and one last advice I would give you, and if you want to make your book and record squeezy clean, so IRS can come around, goes, you're so good, Mr. Clean. They give you a reward, call you Mr. Clean. The way to do it, you're separating your meals from your entertainment. So on your book, you're going to have two categories, meals and entertainment. So on the entertainment, and of course, if you recorded entertainment that doesn't qualify for deduction, then you will have a financial statement, a tax difference. That's okay. So you can always keep track of what you spend, but on tax side, you know that you cannot deduct that. But if it is entertainment that you can deduct it, like those public event, then it will be deductible. So you can appropriately counting what is spent, what can be deducted with taxes, deduction, what cannot, right? All right. I hope I covered meals and entertainment and also business expenses in general. And we will talk to you for another interesting topic. See you soon.